Okay, I forgot to mention this is for Audrey, Lord, Leah, with love, and Leah. Okay. And deep in the crickle glass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as I could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. He was very confused. What was the Lorax, and why is it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of the town where the crickle glass grows, the old Hornslow still lives here. Ask him, he knows. You won't see the Hornslow. Don't knock on his door. He stays in the walk-in top of his door. He looks in the cold under the roof where he makes his own clothes out of muffled mouth. And on special day midnights in August, he peeks out the shutters, and times he speaks. He tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you perhaps if you're willing to pay. Here he is, peeking out again. On the end of the rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in difference 15 cents and a snail of great-great-grandfather Snail. Then he hides when you paid him away in his snubby, his secret strange hole in his Gorvilla's glove, and he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count to see if you paid him the proper amount. Then he glumps, I will call you by whisper my phone, for the secrets I tell you are all for your ears alone. Slope down the whisper my phone to your ear, and the old Hornslow whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snuggly hose. He sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says with his teeth sandy gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long time back. He is talking. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of a smeary swan swing out in space one morning. I came to this glorious place, and at first I saw the trees, the truffula trees, the brightest colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. Oh, it says Hornslow wagon. And under the trees I saw brown balloons frisking about in their balloon suits as they played to the shade of the 8 truffula fruits. From the Whippoorwill's pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish, humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts as much softer than silk as they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. I was throwing everything out. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffle tree with one chop, and a great skillful skill with great speedy speed. I took the soft tuft, and I knitted a neat heed. The instant I finished, I heard a thump. I looked. I saw something out of a stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him. That's hard. I don't know if I can. So there he is, doing whatever with the outfit. And there he comes. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy. And he spoke with a voice that was sharp and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. But the trees have no tongues, and I ask you so at the top of my lungs. He was very upset. He shouted and puffed, what that thing you made out of that truffle tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped one tree. I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. The thing is a thread of fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses. Yes, far behind that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, for curtains or covers, for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, so? I'm crazy with greed. There was no one on this earth that would buy that full seed. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just as that minute, a cat came along, and he thought of the thread I was knitting was great. He happily bought it for $23.8. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all, built up the radio phone. I put in the quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles, and I said, listen here, there's a wonderful chance for the old one's little family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to the north niche, turn left to the wee hawk, and sharp right of the south stitch. Oh, he was trying to get in the way. There was no time at all in the factory about. The once little family was working full tilt, knitting these just as busy as bees, and the sound of chopping of truffle trees. Then, oh, baby, oh, but my business grew now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented Super Axe Hackle, which hacked all the truffle trees at one smackle. We were making these 4 times as fast as before. Now Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. Once launchy private, these. Oh, that looks so sad. But the next week he knocked on my office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax. I am the Lorax, he speaks for the trees. If you seem to be chopping as fast as you please, but I'm also in charge of the brown Barbaloots who played in the shade of their Barbaloots suits and happily lived eating truffle fruits. Now, thanks to you hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle fruit to go around. My poor Barbaloots are getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. You'll have to find food, and I hope they may. Good luck, boys, he cried and sent them away. I, the Winslow, felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of grummies and tummies, you know. East, you need no fear. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I have to grow bigger, I bigger my factory, I bigger my roads, I bigger my wagons, I bigger the loads. The thieves I shipped out, I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right to the bakery selling more thieves, and I biggered my money with everyone's needs. You need a thief. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when the old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax, he called, then he walked. He sneezed and snuffled, he snarled, he sniffed. Once law, I cried with the cold pillar's croak. Once law, you're making such marvelous smoke. My poor smooth swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in the throat. Ooh. And no, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. I cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't know. I don't hopefully know. They must fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog they've smogged up around here. Once more, snapped the Lorax. His dagger was up. Down door was up. Let me say a few words about Glumpy Clop. Your machine clocks on day and night without stop, making glippity glop. Also smudgy slop. And what do you do with that leftover goo? I'll show you, dirty old once little man you. Wow, that looks bad. You're glumping the pond here and the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for the gills are all gummed, so I'm sending them off. Oh, the future is dreary. They'll walk on the fins and get woefully weak in search of some water that isn't so smeary. Oh, those poor fish. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you I'm doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm fingering and biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffle trees into thieves, which everyone needs. At the very moment we heard a loud whack from outside in the field to the snickering smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffle tree of them all. Okay, I'm gonna stop here, so I'll make a part 2.